This is Halime Adam Moussa. She fled Sudan with her family to escape the violence rocking the country and took refuge in Chad. This is the second time she has fled Sudan. Like Moussa, over 60,000 Sudanese refugees have sought safety in Chad. Most of them are women and children. Chad, however, is not in a position to host the refugees as it itself is one of the world's hungriest and most neglected countries. This leaves Sudanese refugees to fend for themselves. Refugees who reach Chad build shelters from straw and rags and wait for food aid. For Moussa, it is a repeat journey. In 2003, she had fled her village in Sudan's western region when it came under attack by government-backed Janjaweed militia. They were ethnic Arabs who were then targeting farmers and herders.
فول ودرابة ده نجيبه في بيت نمرقو درابة نبوه فول نمرقو نبوه في السوق نجيبه قرش ناكله بلده تاني زرا ما في
بعد شنو حصل لكم انتم
ايوه نهارتو ناكله كي حتى عرب جو تردونا.
A mother of 7, Moussa spent 6 years in a refugee camp in Chad with her children before being allocated a small plot of land to farm, which allowed her to get by for a decade. Her children grew up in Chad and some married Chadian citizens, but she yearned for home. She finally went back to Sudan with some of her children and grandchildren in 2020, rebuilding her old house and reconnecting with family and friends. Now, the fighting in Sudan between the military and paramilitary force has forced Moussa to flee again. She now lives in a makeshift refugee camp that is rapidly expanding into the desert. Moussa is sharing her small space and resources with children and grandchildren who fled Sudan with her. The landscape is flat and barren. Water comes from wells dug into the arid soil and is carried by jerry cans by the women. One has to stand in long queues in the searing sun to get food.
I hope my cap is appearing. I hope my cap is appearing.
Chad, a landlocked country, shares a 1,400-kilometer border with Sudan. The country was already struggling to cope with 6 lakh refugees in its territory, and now a total of 2.3 million people in Chad are in urgent need of food aid. The United Nations Water Food Programme has issued an urgent appeal for $162.4 million to help feed them. Chad has among the worst hunger problems in the world. More than a third of its children under 5 are stunted. The UN's $674 million annual program to support the country is so far only 4.6% funded. The World Food Programme is warning that without more funding, food assistance for refugees and Chadians would dry up soon.
يالنا بنو سمع سوينا هسه ده همامير ده في الليل ده وشنو نقولوا نردوا ده كل إهانة كان بيجي سمع نرجو حبايب لكن ما بيجي سمع ده هنا بس نبني بس نقول بسنين كله نقول هنا بس أي أراضي هنا ناس نمنجون أراضي يلقوا لنا ما أقوم.
Like Arabi, many people in similar situations want to return home when conditions improve. However, what are the chances of that happening anytime soon? This is a question that millions of people all over the world are eagerly awaiting an answer to. The Federal reports. Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.